Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Get that out of there. Hi, everyone. Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. I don't know what time of day it is. I don't know what you're going through right now, but I hope that this one's going to bring you a little bit of love. And I hope it goes a long, long way because we're talking about a lot of stuff today. It's the panel, and it's with your favorite group of gentlemen, sometimes gentle women, and sometimes gentle they and thems that come around and say some things that tick a few people off, but in reality, we're here to have fun today. And we're going to be talking about All Stars 8, going over episode 5, Snatch Game of Love. Now, I did my review on this yesterday, so if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and get on over there. I was in rare form. And I also did a reaction to this on Patreon. Now, we got my friends here today who I am dying to hear their opinions. Because you know how I feel already, but I may want to add a little 1 and 2 and 3 in on this one because I still have some thoughts to go. Now, see, Diggerford is not here today because he is out there in the streets screaming, okay? So you wish him some love. Don't ask me where that man is today. He ain't here. He gonna come back one of these days in June, but not this day. Not this time. Oh, shout out to the Erykah Badu reference. Glad to see Dooley made it home. I'm sure that was hell on earth. Blake's going to be here today, fresh off of his Renaissance run. God bless you. I hate you, you bitch. No, I love you. I love you. I love you down. I do, but I'm a jealous Beyonce Platinum member who has to wait till September. So, and you got to see it on some, wait a minute, who's that? I can't. Better do something for Houston B. Anywho, let's get this started today. It is at Matty Rants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at the Matty Rants. You can find that all in the description down below. You know where the Linktree link is. Just press it and it'll take you to Instagram, Twitter, and all those other spaces and places. Like I said before at the beginning of this wonderful conversation that's just going to happen. You can catch my reactions on Patreon for as low as $1. I'm also bookable on Cameo. If you want to drop a tip in my jar, please and thank you. Not needed for your participation today, but all is appreciated because I'm a single father of one. Speaking of which, he's actually right underneath me. So probably by the end of this video, if he hasn't already hopped up here, I'll pull Mamu-chan into the video, but we don't want to disturb him. At the same time, drop me a little tip. Yeah, we have a vet appointment tomorrow. It's PayPal at me/MattyRants. Cash App $MattyRants and Venmo MattyRants. Thanks so much for being here today. Appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. And again, leave all your feelings at the door. This is not a place for you to be validated in terms of your wacky opinions where only you can be right and nobody else can say something about somebody, okay? So let's start this up and bring in the Kens. It's the first one. It's the first round draft pick, if you will. I ignored his chats for quite some time, but it took a moment at Crocker's in the middle of a night when Crazy in Love was playing by Beyonce. I remember, friend. And one contact, long dreaded, Jesus is not his name, came over and said, bitch, I'm Jamari. I said, well, here we go. And that was the beginning of something there. In Atlanta being successful and boring, it's Jamari 4. You're on mute. Still on mute.
Okay, we're going to try that again. Take 2.
Off camera. Yes. Okay.
And what's going
on? That was production right there. This ain't the edit, friend. It's live. But yeah, welcome in. Welcome in, Cicely Tyson. How you doing?
What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday indeed. Happy Sunday indeed. I hope you're feeling blessed and not stressed over there. I mean, you are talked about after all.
Child, I have my wine. I have all I need.
My libation is right in front of me, but I dare not show it because I like to keep my channel. So when I dip off camera, exactly what will happen. So Jamar, social medias, please.
You can find me on social media at Jamar84. That's JAMAR84, with the exception of TikTok, which is Jamar840. Everything else is in the link tree in my Instagram, so please follow and support Black business.
And we thank you, Jamar. A Cheeto for you.
What kind of bread is that?
Organic white cheddar.
Oh, she got money.
She has a Kroger's card with coupons. All right. It was $2.99. I wanted to put in the glass jar and just do that. Why I got it? I'm not going to buy a black Cheeto.
I'm crying.
I have my stomach already bubbling. Listen, Blake always got to come in last because the salubrious salutations always stands at the end. But let's go ahead and bring in this one. If Dragula comes back with a season that doesn't include garbage bags with two names, Dooley, that was fun, right? And flats, if you will, being presented on a show that no one really wanted to see them on when the rest of everybody else was much better. I have to stop talking about folks. Come on, Dooley, here you hot Delta.
Baby, I am tired, but we are here. But I'm having a good day now that I'm home. You know, you've been, you leave your house. You just. I feel like a toothbrush. You got to put back on the base to charge. I was gone for too long. I wanted to be in my own room, in my own bed, eat my own food, drink my own water. You know,
that's understandable. It really is.
Like I delayed five times.
Oh, do I know all about that? That was my trip to LA. And I was like, am I going to get to DragCon? Am I going to be Pisa at this point in time? Because it seems like God said no, but he said, no, you're going to get there, bitch. It's going to take you some hours, though.
I'm calling somebody's manager tomorrow because I need some coin.
Isn't it a funny email to make when you have them delays and you have to be like, so let me explain to you what should have been my day and what ended up being my day.
My flight was supposed to take off at 6:30 p.m. yesterday. I got home today at 2:45.
Did they pay for your hotel?
Yes,
okay.
But I was annoyed because I was at a work conference and I was staying at a cute Marriott, the downtown Marriott,
and they weren't gonna put you in the same spot. They had
correct.
To get you
so I went from a elite Marriott to the Comfort Inn, and I was not happy because I wanted my amenities.
That happened to me at Atlanta, and they made me stay at a Days Inn, girl, and I had to check. I do this at night. Oof. So,
right,
because things were moving in the room. Okay, but listen, Dooley, social media.
We are here. Everything is at linktree.com/Dooley__noted. Everything.
Thank you so much, Dooleysia. Glad to have you back. Listen, if you see these dollar signs with these gentlemen's name, those are their cash apps. If you want to drop them a little bit of love, it does go a long, long way. Finish the rest of the song, but don't get me in trouble. Do so because it's appreciated. Not necessary for your participation for those of you who try it, but it's appreciated. So thank you. I'm gonna get off camera real quick because I feel like stroking a light, but I had to say it like that. Thank you. It's been a really interesting weekend. And as a single father, this cat has driven me into insanity. And I love him so much. But at 1 a.m. in the morning, whatever playtime don't even matter. My blinds have been blinded. So let's go ahead and bring this one in. Listen, the mileage is there. If there was if they could track this one in that Bumble app that was used a long time ago that would tell us where our locations would be, he would be in first place out of this group. Let me tell you something. Spin the globe and point. This one's been there. Also with a good mortgage too. I'm going to go ahead and bring him on in. It's a blue wall. I'm jealous of you, bitch. You were right there with Blue Ivy. It's Blakeisha.
Greetings and salubrious salutations, friends.
Greetings.
To have seen the first performance of Blue was just like my lamb. For as not great as it may have been, and to see the evolution, it was wow.
And you were close on top of that. So I'm sitting here looking, I was like, wait.
It's like when you get to go, bitch, it's spiritual.
You already know. I know.
It really is.
I know the Beyonce. That's why I always tell people, if you have never been to her concert, you do not understand. She's that girl. Like you will leave.
And to see this album at this age for us who grew up with it, like it's just,
I'm gonna be tired like I always am when I leave her concert, just drained of my spirit. That's a soul-sucking event for you Christians over there that believe that it's true.
That's initiation. You thought you were going to that woman's concert.
It's true. Honey, I'd be demonic leaving that sucker real quick. We can't even go to bed and we're tired. It's some real vampire shit. We're kidding.
Can I say I kind of do miss the Illuminati era? Because
I do too.
everybody was shook. The girls were talking about it. The YouTube videos were popping up. Like, you really had to be there.
Every song was played backwards and it had a new transcription.
We would be huddled up by a computer watching these little fake ass little videos.
It was
ridiculous. Like, the six, the upside down. It's like, girl,
you could swear
when you
it was
fold the
Evil
dollar
Dead.
bill.
It's Beyonce's The Evil Dead, like play her song backwards and all of a sudden someone's getting, thrown into an elevator and getting pound.
I hated that era. It was so annoying.
It was ridiculous.
It was
ridiculous.
It was a lot of holy warriors around that time.
It was.
It made me uncomfortable because people, I don't know, just as a dealing with religion and y'all trying to talk about demons and all that. I was like, I don't do that.
And it was like, what movie did y'all see that made you believe that this was that heavy on the emphasis? I'm like, you really need to talk about these politicians, but you want to talk about some demonic stuff if you really want to go there. But anywho.
Remember that's where people talk about the Disney movies were demonic and all the other stuff was demonic. I'm like, girl,
some people in charge of the laws, honey. I
remember, and I can't believe I'll make this reference, but Nicholas Minaj, when she did that Grammy, she opened up for the Grammys that year. I think that was 2012.
Romance, Revenge.
And baby, the internet was on fire. People were, oh my God, it's an initiate. Or when Gaga was at the VMAs, that was another moment.
When she did paparazzi.
Look at how she's moving and gyrating. That's demonic behavior. No one moves like that. God bless the choreographer.
Yeah.
Blake, do you want people to find you?
That's where you can find me.
That's a $. That's the Cash App. Find your way back. He said, "Pay for these miles, bitch." Even though he got a free flight after this, I'm playing.
That credit card said, "Bitch, what were you doing?"
It said you are Drea and you're trying to make your way through 6 episodes of Donald Glover's Swarm season 2. It's gonna be Blake next time, but he won't go to jail, y'all. He'll just get away with those murders and stuff that was happening. That's what Leos do. Okay, listen, we appreciate y'all for tuning in once again. We're gonna talk some mad shit today. I'm past 10 minutes, so I can go in. I did it yesterday. I had a good time. I'm gonna do it again today with these 3. Gentlemen, I'm gonna just tell y'all this. Go do what you want to do.
Let me fill my glass. I need some more water.
Yes, and at this point, I don't mind another thread being made because this episode brought me and Jamar back to the old days when we used to do YouTube, bitch. Like Jamar, wasn't it that whole moment that took place in the workroom? It was like, now wait a minute, we're stacking on top.
I was excited during an episode again because I'm like, these episodes have just been playing, and I'm just like, okay, that was an episode of Drag Race, but.
The spirit of bitch assness was all up and through this episode, and I was in that hotel room pissed.
It was disgusting.
It was the spirit of bitch assness. I would have left too.
The live conversations that happened afterwards.
I was like, so we're using this kind of word? No, scared. I said, all right, here we go.
I was like, that's not really that's a proper word to use.
Oh, but she knows what word to use. She's been trained.
I would have left that workroom with some charges, because y'all are not finna play in my face like that. Like what?
I said the Gemini moon would have came the fuck out of me, bitch, because ain't no way.
Oh, I was so annoyed.
Y'all were gonna clown me first. The new face trying to get me together. I don't think so. Then here come the Tasmanian devil rolling into
new
this
face. You got blank space. You got.
Listen, I saw that space bar up top their head trying to sit there and change their mind of what was happening, girl, with your ampersand looking body. Anywho, we need to go ahead and get into this today because we are going to talk some mad giggles. And I love y'all down, but watch your feelings because this show is for entertainment purposes only. And content is not intended to blind any religion, race, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by Matty Rants and program participants are so their personal views do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. No hate should be sent to individuals or individuals mentioned on the program, so please don't be a jerk. And if you feel uncomfortable with you already know the rest of it. I also have merch available at dragqueenmerch.com, so get you some. There's panel shirts. Sundays are best with a panel. Mativia shirts for the girls with regular booties. And also more like rant pack tank tops and stickers as well. Stickers are US only, so my apologies for that. At the same time, so much to buy, so much to do, so much to love. Have a good day, everyone, because it's about to be funny. Let's talk about the vote first, shall we? Alexis should have been sent home.
Apparently, we're in the minority.
Today proved it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. It proved our point and why they should have been sent home. Not to be trusted. You doing too much. Look at how you said yes. Oh, I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna get to you.
I was so head tilted when you said that. I said, huh? Wait.
How you do that in real time?
Wait, that. We watched, like, I'm imagining I'm in the room. Like, I watched you transform in my face.
And nobody said that.
Nobody said.
Evil.
Jimbo did make a face.
Jimbo was the one going, listen, Heidi was looking out for me. So I said, okay, Jimbo, we're supposed to be a 3. She was looking out for me. But like Heidi was in the chat the other day, y'all. For those of you who don't come to my live reviews, you should more often. Heidi was in my chat the other day. She goes, well, I had sent Jimbo to talk to Candy about that situation. So that wasn't something that just was ran behind Heidi's back and it was blindsided. It was, no, I told her to reach out to you, and imagine how that came back and then was returned. I said, this sounded like a bad game of telephone that then got other people involved, who other people were there that heard that shit, but didn't want to participate because, oh my God, this is... All right, anywho, Sienna Harper, thank you so much for the super chat. Love the panel for the fur baby, pronounced Shauna. Thank you so very much. Did I say Sienna?
You did.
I did. See, this is why you got to read first before you read the top of this. Shauna Harper. Thank you so very much, baby. I apologize. I don't know who Sienna is. She's in the crayon box. We're going to keep this going.
She's
yeah.
Mr. Burnt Sienna.
Yeah. Yeah, listen.
That's S-C-I-N-N-A.
But Darian being chosen was a smart decision based off of the fact that Darian had literally been the bottom
3 times.
Yeah. It's kind of time to go. I still would have sent Alexis home for strategy.
Yep.
I was like, damn, not her proving my point. Oh, I was like, this is crazy. I literally said, if we don't send her home, she's going to do some shenanigan shit that's going to cause a problem.
She's what we call a enabler. She's not going to win, but she's going to enable somebody else to. It's like Munchkin. You got that one player, they're not going to make the play, but how help somebody else make
Dooley,
the play.
as someone who just won this weekend, thank you. I won this weekend.
No, because you're going to mess around and mess up my game because you over here playing hopscotch. No, I'm playing.
Let me tell you something. That's why you help when you help, and then the other times when you just like, no, you gotta watch that bitch die.
You mind your business.
You let that girl go. Death is the bad stuff. All right, roll, sister. I have a reloaded die over here. Too bad for you, Skips. Anywho, Beetlejuice chose Darian as well, but gave Alexis a scare that she deserved a little bit. This was kind of interesting.
I don't like seeing that lady on my screen.
Blake.
It's every time too. Hey baby, if that's the way you flirt, God bless you. Jamar, what's going on?
I'm trying to find the words to express myself in this moment. And I think the only thing I can think of is that this interaction, you know how when somebody, comes up to you and shoots their shot and you don't want to say anything harsh and you just feel uncomfortable? That's what I felt watching this. That interaction, that's what I just felt watching this. I felt secondhand for Lala. I don't know.
I mean, maybe they thought this was a cute moment for television and didn't realize that, someone's uncle who doesn't get invited to all the parties because of obvious reasons had to make this face. I'm like, is she imagining the dinner she's gonna make for Lala Ree? Like, I can't. God bless Alexis though.
I think Lala Ree is supposed to be the dinner, which is also the problem.
I mean, right. we know she listen. Hey, Alexis liking a dark roasted coffee is on brand, isn't it? It would be on brand for her. Hey, RuPaul, Miss Flight Attendant's wig.
I just saw her.
Really? Tell me, Julia, how was it? She at the gate?
I mean, I gave her side eye when I walked in and took my seat, but
my flight attendants were lovely.
I'm sure they were.
Look, She's basically telling this group that their boarding is not available just yet, and it's priority at this time, as well as children and veterans.
Or if you're on Southwest.
I had my work ID. I should have lied, but
What you say, Blake, about Southwest? First come, first serve.
What is it? Capital A.
Oh
no, it's group A, but girl.
It's group A, B, C, D, and the rest. Bitch, when I tell you every time I check in so fast to get group A, because you will have me fucked up. You think I'm about to be getting the last choice in seat, which is always the middle.
The middle seat.
Oh. Gregory, thank you so much for the super chat. Someone get Alexis a can of hair fibers and an origami triangle napkin for those tears.
I mean, that's the obvious. I'm not even gonna read her for that. She's not gonna get read for that. I'm gonna read her for her spirit, because what she did in this episode was dark. It was dark-sided.
It was dark-sided.
I can find ways of getting around that gap, Dooley, if you will. I can find my way around that hole in the wall, one could say, maybe the ceiling. I don't know. There are ways around that. You don't have to directly go there, but neither did their hair. But here we go. Listen. Now, speaking of bald, RuPaul and this jacket are having a good gay old time, and she tells these people, you make me laugh today or I'll send your ass home. Actually, I'll make you make that decision. And they must choose people who they think are funny. Now, we knew who she was going to be because this prop was only used to tell RuPaul who she was going to be, y'all. Like, we didn't see this at all in the episode. I said, so you just brought this over there to be like, I'm going to be my mama.
What a bad choice.
I was going to try to help her out. She was going to probably be in the bottom anyway, but it would have been better if she just wasn't so honed in on that one interaction. Like,
you mean the mirror? The only interaction
she
remembers?
The only interaction.
Overall, and had access to all of the other things she said.
She missed Get Her Jade. She missed
Get Her Jade.
Like the full like Alyssa. Like, come on. Like, second runner up. What? Like there was so much to work with Coco.
Little boy.
All right.
Little boy, the fake
Yeah, she used that the sex noise that could have been used for an answer. There's a lot of stuff that Coco did on TV. She could have also made fun of her being eliminated first for All Stars 2. Like there was stuff to work with there. Instead, we got Cheetos. I knew this was Shirley Temple from the moment that wig hit the fucking.
I thought it was Baby Jane.
Oh, that would have been interesting. That would have been good too.
In retrospect, wouldn't it have made more sense for her to have a Dorito? Because Coco's entrance look for All Stars 2 was the big giant Dorito, right?
And she had the Dorito first.
What if she did Coco's comedy character that she made for RuPaul from that?
The cousin.
Bitch, yeah. That would have been funny. Oh, that would have been a cat.
The reference.
RuPaul would remember because she likes that shit. Like, remember how when Jinx did the full moment with Judy Garland? I mean, she likes people she remembers, but
keyword.
Oh, listen.
Baby, give Jimbo her check.
Drewski, to quote, got to be real Shaka, you are so pretty. Wait, you are so pretty, but you cannot sing. You cannot find the note. Wait, I can't.
I have to rewatch those because those are so.
It's funny. I recently did it. They're still up. there.
Oh, goodness gracious! They came down for a second, but I'm glad they got put up at one moment.
Valiant person put them back up on the internet.
Now, I brought this up in my review in reference to how this was low-key a setup, how this was done. And it was very RuPaul alluding to, how are you doing? And how are you in this competition? To when Heidi starts to explain herself, it cuts to Candy. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what if Candy wasn't even talking about her in this moment? Like, it really told me what was about to take place. Did y'all feel that way just watching this play out? Because it was like, what's about to happen?
They're forcing us to think a certain way watching this show, and it's just
I
thought this was a little lazy.
It was, and remember, this is like the third or fourth time they keep alluding to the fact that Heidi wants to go home, and it's like, okay,
And it's always when she makes this answer of I'm fine and I want to have fun. Cue a couple episodes ago of the girls going, that's not what you said the other day, keep laughing about it, to then having the same conversation in a confessional, and it looks like Candy's laughing at that, but that's not, I don't believe that's what's happening with Candy. It's like you have a whole other conversation about something else. I'm like, come on, y'all. But
I don't know this. I can't prove this. But if I'm telling the truth, Heidi's energy was kind of off from the first and second episode.
I agree.
And I'm wondering if she walked in and she felt in her spirit like something is not right. Like y'all ever been like, have y'all ever like had like a moment of intuition where you like something is not right, and I don't know what it is, but you feel it.
So Naisha spilled tea at Roscoe's about the fact that when they got there, they thought it was going to be All-Star 7 rules. And so when it was like, we have to vote everybody out, when Heidi had to make her decision, and it was the first one, it was like, this is ugly. I do not like this at all. I thought we were going to be doing this differently. So, and I said that, like, they should, if you're just going to do that, then just keep doing that formula of point system to then get all the way to the final and then have everybody at least be there. And then mind you, many stories could have been developed over time, because the more people you have, the more you can work with. You can play with folks a little bit.
But they're also all still there, right? Because they still have to,
technically they're in the hotel, right? And just getting up to get to the runway. Now I'm glad you sat in that room for a good minute. I hope you got your face.
What a waste of time,
right? Like,
and what a waste of, like, you're losing money.
We could have had Kasha Davis and Darian Lake for Snatch Game in the same row as, say, Jimbo and James Mansfield, or even like Alexis Michelle. You know what I'm saying? In that same, that would have been insane.
But there's also several stories there. So like, we haven't seen Monica since season 4. She was one of the OG trans girls to come out like on the show. We could have talked about how that changed her career. Darian and Miss Kasha Davis have been friends for 492 years. They're in the same drag family. Both of them just had major changes in their health. Kasha Davis becoming sober, you know, Darian, if I remember, had melanoma, and like that changed her life. There were so many good actual storylines that were embedded in the girls. Nature, as somebody that reviews the show every week and be reading the girls down, like, now you in front of the girls, like, what do you have to say? Like, there were so many options.
And you've gotten rid of the old girls who now can't like get anything to the young girls.
Exactly.
Like,
and that's because what I said earlier, they're trying.
Where's our producer credit? Because come on.
So Nerdigans, I disagree with that, because Dooley just made points in reference to redemption stories for people who have been basically out or left out the competition so early, and that redemption is us getting to know them more. See, that's the problem and the point with some of the way of thinking here with drag, and it being about, well, where can we take the story? If I don't know that person, like James Mansfield, for example, who was eliminated first
out,
then they got on YouTube and everyone started to get to know who the hell they were. Now we're on a show, and it's now not to shade this, because we're talking about it and Naisha said it, so I'm gonna say it too. We found out that baby was Mexican. No shade. No shade. Didn't have. I thought that was a full Caucasian. But listen. But that's a thing, though. It's like, okay, now we know that about them, and they're incorporating it in their drag often, and we're also finding out about their sexual life too through their handkerchiefs that they wear and the harnesses. And it's like, I didn't know this about James. So let's not do this. There's no redemption stories, when in reality, it's, if I didn't get to know that bitch, bring her back so we can get to know that bitch, because we could actually like them, could or be Alexis Michelle and dislike them further.
You have two miscongenialities in the room, and we ain't said not a word about what, like, you know, that experience, or like how getting some money versus not getting like. There are so many other like connections based upon those girls, and they're just highlighting stupid drama, and it's like, come on, y'all, like, what are y'all doing?
Heidi lost their grandparent, and that was said in such a passable way, like. Like, no, we could have actually had time for that, because there are probably people in that room that could have related to that story, and that could have turned itself in. I am creating content, goddammit. No shade, World of Wonder. I've been waiting for y'all to call me. I know we can really do this shit right. You want some Emmys? Call a girl. Like, I got you. But I've been watching the show for years. I've been studying this motherfucker. Like, I ain't doing this for like clickbait. This ain't these kind of views. I live for this shit. I've spent money on, all of us have. God damn it. So like, I see what you're doing, and that's fine. But also, we can change the format up. We know you have the money and the power to do so.
You just don't have the creative intellect.
Or I don't, or maybe you just, if the, like RuPaul says, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But at the same time, it's like, you know, let's not wear it out so much that the tread is gone and then it blows out in the freeway and you hitting 5 cars.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, bury that. Oh, we drifted. Like, why is my car leaning to the right? You know why, baby? That tire is gone. Like, I can't. I be seeing it all the time on the road. That one little right tire be just this girl. I'm like, get away from him because it's about to go. Let's talk about Snatch Game of Love, and we're gonna start with this first group. Individually go down the line. I don't know who this Matt is, but God bless him for being
there. That's Budget Maluma.
Okay, whoever painted him, God bless them. Because bitch, right here, who says? I mean, that's not this light hitting him on. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Like Raven was pulling him into his black area.
She was like, right here.
Oh, it is like a big triangle.
You can see the outline right there.
Like all I could do was stare at it when I was watching. I was like, God damn.
And then he chose to wear pink, like a sherbet, like bitch.
Is he cold? I was like, you about to go skiing infinitively. Like, what's happening today? But you know, God bless him. All right, Heidi in closet as Blackbeard. Personally, RuPaul was laughing at this one. I didn't see anything wrong with the performance, even though it was Heidi as Blackbeard versus Blackbeard. I mean, what do we know of Blackbeard? So it's like you can sort of do whatever you want with this, I guess.
Yeah, not that.
I had mixed feelings about it because, like, I agree with. It was like this is Heidi, and Heidi is just funny, but it's the same critique that we gave Vanjie and told them.
I'm gonna give it to Candy too in a second. Trust, you know what I mean, and James Mansfield as well. But you know,
but she was funny. Like her.
I laughed with them too. This, I mean, not that I didn't laugh at Heidi, but it just felt like she had to reach further to get the laugh out.
My issue was when we got to the one joke and she went into, what we're gonna do is get this done. And I was like, now you were just arguing a minute ago, and now we're giving. Here's my hole. I'm the bottom. You know, it's okay.
She was safe. She got a couple good chuckles. She was like safe.
She was safe.
That's why when Kahana said in Untucked, oh, it's gonna be me and Heidi in the bottom. I was like, no, it wasn't. No. It was gonna be you and Jessica. They already planned that. No shade, bitch. Like,
yeah.
The only reason Heidi would have been the bottom was for production drama.
Okay, so I saw some actual footage of this person, and I would have never. I was like, I don't know how we got A and then we got B.
Never.
If she
was very different.
Had not dressed as La Veneno Cristina for that lip sync and just did that for Snatch Game, she'd have been fine. It would have made a lot more sense because we saw the video, right? Like we saw the show. Like that was La Veneno. Like Christina would have been up there vulgar. You want me to pull out my tits? I'll pull out my tits for you. Yes, like very much that. I'm a woman.
Very
bitch.
that.
Like look at me, bitch. I'm better than your wife. I'll wear you. I'll take your husband. Very that energy. So, but no, this was interesting. It was a lot of ooh.
Yeah, it was not good.
Culo.
Somebody commented that, like, out of the 5 episodes, Jessica has played a whore for 4 of them.
Oh wow!
And Jimbo for the 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, let the whores be with each other. They flock amongst them. Okay,
I mean, Candy didn't wear the same outfit for 5 episodes. So
hey, this week though, it changed.
It did change.
It maybe not for the best at one point, but yes, it did. It, still a little square. love her down. But yeah, go ahead, Jessica. Like you, baby. It's so it was bad though. Woo,
Boot.
woo,
This was horrible.
woo.
I didn't realize that she was gonna really hone in on just this one moment. I thought she was gonna be like Coco with the sleeve dress on, some other referential Coco look, not just this.
You had a lot of belief in somebody who you
I-
saw in acting challenges just recently through
I
this
tried.
season.
I really did, because Kahana came in the first episode. I was like, okay, period, finally, and then
And it's been the same since then.
I was excited. I was like, okay, baby.
What Kahana? She's petering out, and it's like, dang, girl, come on.
Peter-
Like,
Maybe she peaked. She peaked.
She's a beautiful girl.
She peaked episode 1.
y'all said gowns, beautiful gowns.
It's a struggle.
Y'all said gowns.
It's like I thought she was actually just playing herself from season 11 for 1 minute, but like I realized that she actually was doing Coco, and I was like, oh, okay. There's a lot of color on that face. It's been a minute, huh? All right, let's move on. It's bad. It's terrible. That young man, poor thing. All right, so I don't care what nobody says. That was Trisha Paytas for me in terms of just looking at her. It was squat and pink, so I was like, "That's Trisha." A low key, a big boob troll. But no, this is James Mansfield doing Jennifer Coolidge. I thought the jokes were fucking hilarious. I thought that James did good. I still heard a little bit of James in there, but I didn't care because that Quentin Tarantino joke, please, that was gold. The foot reference, like, come on, like,
She did that.
oh, I loved it so much.
He's the star, which wasn't hard.
I think she also kind of looks like Tiffany
Pollard?
from Chucky.
Oh, yes, she does.
She kind of favors Tiffany, like.
And Annabelle with like a fresh press.
No, that was Jimbo as Annabelle. Honestly, a wooden doll, skin texture. No, I thought this was good for what it was. She killed it. And jokes were there. I was really here for it. JMCL, thank you so much for the tippy poo on Cash App. Caught you live again. Boo! This Alexis Heidi sitch. Boo. Thank you. Is it raining by somebody? I don't know what I'm hearing, child. Listen, let's get to the second group over here. We've got okay. Alexis Michelle, sometimes it's hard to really dislike you because you're fucking talented. You're mad talented. This B. Arthur was that girl.
It was excellent.
I got every reference made, the mod reference, the Golden Girls reference, the jail, the full bit. It was great.
She was great. I mean, you realize that Alexis is actually a very talented queen despite her like lesser qualities. Like those lesser qualities are really, really bad.
They're annoying. She is like very annoying. Like God.
Yeah. Like to have such talent and to be so insecure in the same moment, it snatches your breath away. Because it's like, dang girl, if you did a good job, you ain't gotta play like that.
Like real talk. Like doesn't have to be like honestly, this was great. She was just really good.
Did a great job.
I enjoyed it.
Is that me?
I don't know, not Blake.
Oh, okay.
Not Dooley. Jamar.
What am I doing?
Hit the mute button real quick.
What's the sound?
It's probably
air conditioning.
Mama is working overtime. She on turbo.
I guess I'm loud, sir.
Mama said it is Sunday. It is June. We are hot.
Oh yeah, no, not even gonna lie. Like it's because it's hot in Houston now, the AC runs for a good 2 to 3 hours, like towards 4 to 7, because it just gets that hot out here that it has to. Like the heat just be zooming through this apartment. I hate it. I'm not doing Jamal like that. I just wanted
It
to
is a beautiful white noise, though.
I just wanted us to be sure we knew who the culprit was, so that way with the girls like Matty did this, they can put it in the Reddit notes. That's all. They're gonna be like Jamar's fan loud, and that'll be a whole topic.
I mean, I can't cook in here. I can't do that. I can't do that either. So
Listen. You're successful. That's all that matters.
Very.
Okay. You tell them people get you a new computer. Then you want me to have another fan and stuff. Shit. Okay. You're a single father as well. Okay. Renee.
I thought that was Teresa.
You said
Teresa?
What with bees stinging her? Like what are you talking about?
But like it kind of read the same. So then when I saw the name, I was like, oh, I don't know who this person is. I had to look them up.
I thought this was Biggie from Baddies West for 2 minutes with a whole nother press, like for just a second.
It could have been Big Ange. It could have been Teresa. It could have been anybody.
I say Tabitha from Drag Race Holland.
oh god.
I thought you were gonna say Tabitha Brown, and I was gonna laugh cry. I felt it in my spirit. I was like, what? Okay.
Not Candy playing Candy, man. Listen, no, I watched Mob Wives. I would have done Drita. That would have been easy. Like, that she was the one that was always fighting. But she had some of the lines together. I thought she was funny, but I was also like, that is Candace Muse. That's Candlin Muse.
It's safe.
Brent, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, appreciate you so much. Hope all of you are doing well. Congrats on the pizza debut, Matty. Thank you. That video will be coming out this week. I got all the footage for it. I am editing and working on it, so stay tuned. It's gonna be fun. Okay, let's move past this wig line.
And this powder.
For the first time, Miss Sukihana.
I like some of Suki's music, but I did not realize where she came from. Her music was referred to me directly. And
she missed the Henny and Plan B joke. That's why I was mad. I was mad.
I had to go back and find some clips, and I was like, oh.
Henny and some Plan B. Because there's Love and Hip Hop, and then there was her before that when she would pop up on random videos, like when you're through Twitter and shit. And then there was that one music video that is a lot. Jamar, you remember that video?
Ooh, that? No, that was her, girl.
When all those women were out there by the pool and
I
they
didn't know she was from 11 Hip Hop.
eating each other out and doing other. Oh, Dooley, there is a whole video.
I gotta go find that.
It's bad. Like,
that whole video just looked like it stank.
And when I tell you, you could it smelled like frankincense and musk. Like I know them blunt effects like fucking incense burners were not doing the job they needed to. They had to get the stuff in the car, where you can do the spray with the baby powder. Like it was bad.
I've only heard the singles. I have not seen the music videos, and so now I have to go be curious.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
This was a bad decision to me.
I was okay with it because it was safe, and I think the group also carried everyone in the group. Like it was too funny for it to be like, oh, she did awful compared to the last group that was kind of cringy.
I just don't really remember Lala Reid. Like it's like Sukihana as a character to me isn't well enough known to like do in Snatch Game to like have she doesn't have a moment that I think like the layperson would realize like, oh, that was funny.
Not we need to have Drag Race on BET or VH1 for the back to VH. No, actually, don't keep it on the bit. I mean, listen, let it have been an all black season, Blake. I'm telling you, it'd been Suki, it'd been Tommy Lee, it'd have been a whole Love and Hip Hop reunion. That would have been the whole Snatch Game. You got to fix someone from the series. Hell, Jocelyn Hernandez, someone would look just like them, just like them. Oh, Jocelyn would have been a good choice. Have all that coke on the nose. Oh yeah.
Do it like it's my B-Day.
Baby.
Yeah, I said it.
Y'all, Cupcake is saying compared to Sukihana. You heard the new song about eating booty?
No, cupcake is just as
I
ridiculous.
have not.
She's like going on college tours talking about e-bags. I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying.
Unapologetic myself. It's
I kind of love cupcake.
Hold on. Like
I
it's my bidet. Yes.
her shit is funny as hell to me.
I wanna buy. You got me,
Cupcake
brother.
on YouTube where they put her.
I like Dune Cha Cha.
I just laugh because Jocelyn's music, it's like her tongue is wrestling with her teeth. So you feel like a knockout is going to happen as she's like getting all the words out. It's so sad. Poor baby. Anywho, look at us talking about other people. All right, let's move past this breastplate. That's
Not her color.
That's because Jimbo helped her wipe it. It's Jimbo at Shirley Temple.
I can't. Never mind. I'm gonna say it. I thought Jimbo was gonna make a blackface joke because Shirley Temple's hella racist, and I probably would have laughed.
Would have.
I thought it was coming. Because Jimbo has a dark sense of humor, no pun intended. But like this was a better take, and I'm glad that she stuck with this.
So my mom and dad, they were born in the 40s. So they grew up watching Shirley Temple and the whole big deal with the, oh my God, the first black man to be dancing. That was like something they lived through. So my mom probably would have thought this was fucking funny. I thought it was hilarious because she she quoted some songs, but after that, it was just absurdity. And that's what made it hilarious. And that is what RuPaul literally asked of you. Do not do them directly, make them almost absurd for some reason. Like even Alexis's B. Arthur was absurd. She literally had the same pose the whole time. Like
when she said to that girl, she was like, "Oh, isn't she adorable?" She's like, "Yeah." And you wouldn't even guess I shot myself too.
Right. Then it was the whole and I'm 100 years old. And then B. Arthur, what is that in dog ears, Shirley? I don't know. You would know. You're the bitch. Like that's a volley. That's how you play the game. Like boom, boom, boom. Like now y'all have made a moment where we can soundbite that and laugh forever. That is what they ask of you. So I love the absurdity of this Shirley Temple. I think for me, when the dancing part happened, it reminded me of Jim Carrey in Living Color, like doing any skit. The physical comedy was out of control. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what is like? Why did you get up and dance, Stewart?
That's what I was gonna say. My mom was just Stewart. Look what I can do. Like that's what it reminded me.
And she danced for a while.
Like full on, and it wasn't no regular tap. Like it started out like, what is happening here? And it just went into just the foolishness.
Mom was having a whole conniption. Animal crackers in her soup.
No way I'd have been able to hold my face through this. I'd have been cracking like a
rabbits, loop the loop. Mama's getting it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I used to when I was younger. When I was younger, I used to be up all night and I'd see those Shirley Temple DVD, VHS box sets, John Wayne box sets, like all these people who did a lot of horrible.
Do you remember the Time Classic CDs?
Oh, yes. Or when there's all of a sudden there's a 70s diner. Hey, what's going on? You just found your way to a groovy spot and we've got something to show you. Check it out. And it's a full 5 box set music disc CD.
It was that. It was Set It and Forget It. The Ronco cooker.
Yes.
George Foreman was up selling us stuff at 3 a.m.
Don't forget the blender. Before there was ever a Ninja blender or the little whatever.
The Slap Chop?
Honey, not even that. That one was I used to watch too, but it was like a regular big ass blender. This the Juicer 5000. Let me tell you what it's gonna do. Because it was like always set in the 80s and they're in Florida somewhere outside. There's flies and shit all in the car. Like,
the ab roller was a thing.
The ab roller. What was the shit where you were supposed to hook up the electrodes to your abs and press the button?
Oh yeah, but we ended up buying that and that shit
forgot
hurt.
what that's called.
We were not fans of that. I remember Suzanne Summers. That's how old I am with the thigh mat. I remember that blue with the little red.
Yep. We are old.
Okay. Sham Wow. Y'all don't know the Sham Wow commercials when they started at the beginning. Okay, bitch.
If y'all ever get curious, y'all should Google and see what happened to that man.
Ooh, or the OxyClean commercials too. Oh, I used to love just watching those. Look at what it does. It's like,
It was
what is
what's
it
his name?
doing?
Billy
Billy Mays.
Billy
Hi, I'm
Mays.
Billy Mays. Yes, Billy Mays here.
Really made to make you want to do some laundry.
There we go. It was the Jack
Right.
LaLanne
That's
juicer.
it.
That's what it was. That shit was so funny. Oh, Shake Weight used to be the funniest thing to watch. The South Park episode's still the best. Still the best.
It
one of them.
is.
Not compared to them education connection commercials.
Oh. If I could do it, you could do it too.
Wait, don't forget Lil Romeo's gonna tell us to go to school now.
IDC. I was at IDDC.
It was so bad.
Man, I was feeling like I couldn't get back to, me. But instead, I found me again. Check it out. Like, what's going on? Like, what's really happening?
FreeCreditReport.com.
I'm telling you, the new commercials now have people looking like they're about to be dead in black and white and shit, and all of a sudden it says "Find Jesus," and I'm like, "Oh, what's happening here? It's getting
The
serious."
700 Club. With Kenneth Copeland.
Oh my God. Anywho, so an abomination to God, to earth, and to the ballroom community then found its way back into RuPaul's Drag Race with what it was like the finale of Yellow Jackets this season. I left not too happy. Like,
Oh, right. Yeah. Why did they could have cut that out.
Crashed. Thank you so much for the super chat. This made me think of those awful Time Life Shirley Temple commercials. I really liked it. Same. Jimbo dancing gave it 2017 Pennywise terrifying. He's probably coming out of a refrigerator right now as we speak with some bologna. Yellow Jackets was weird this season. Y'all, for those of you who watch my reactions, I was in it. I wanted to really get through it. And then by the time it ended, I was mad with the decisions being made. And I'm not quite sure what I feel about season 3 because they took out somebody who I really fucking liked. And I'm not happy about it. Like, I was like, oh, okay. What is he thinking about?
He's trying to be sexy.
In this Sherbert land fucking ski outfit, like
he looked like a House of Love cocktail.
It's given Baskin Robbins Sherbert. Advertising.
What flavor is he though?
Not tangerine.
Some
peach margarita.
Tabitha, Drag Race Holland.
Now that's actually scary.
Animal crackers in my soup.
That's not the same wig that she wore for the
monkey and rabbits loop to loop. Jamar, I'm doing my dance. Watch me. All right, sorry. No, that's not right. That's a little too soulful. It should be blah, 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 blah. It's okay. Anywho.
Oh, wow.
I enjoy Candace. This was bullshit, though.
It was.
Girl, first of all, this whole my spirit's not sitting right with me because Heidi was making fun of me during Snatch Game when in reality they do that every fucking Snatch Game.
She was trying to save her. She tried to volley her. She tried to set her up. Mama was missing.
She's missing.
You're trying to kick me while I'm down.
Girl, that's what we're supposed to do.
That's literally how Snatch Game goes. Like James even said it in the confessionals. Wish you said it in person. Talking about, I find what she's being mad about to be ridiculous because that's literally the game. Like, what you talking about? You knew you were going home this week, T. And Candy was like, and I just heard some tea too, about Heidi. And it's like, oh, we got problems with her. So in the middle of a conversation that did not include Heidi, Kahana then struck the chord to then have that conversation about how she felt. What do y'all feel about some of the words that were being used towards Heidi to describe how she was, like malicious and, like almost like to make it seem like she was being intentionally nasty to her? Like, why?
It's kind of like what you said, like this is a Snatch Game. Like that, what she was doing was the volley, and just trying to get you to interact and give you something to work with. It's like, well, you weren't getting. If I wasn't reacting or going back with RuPaul's, let me speak on the yours. Like, well, maybe mine would work better. Like, I'm trying to help you out.
And also, I mean, like she's trying to help herself out because, like, that nap joke was planned. Like she had to wait for the right moment for somebody to not be able to find the joke to say, baby, here, take this mouth. Like, so you just happen to be the recipient of a planned moment.
Maybe I guess maybe if she did it in Blackbeard's voice, it would have felt better, and she would have taken it so personally. Maybe she would have thought it was the character.
I think this is also Kahana trying to make TV. Because there's no way you get. I don't understand how we went from A to like Q. Like, how did we get here? Because nobody is supposed to be here, but we are. And then, like, it also reminds it reminds me when girls read a little bit of psychology and they start throwing words. It's just
not Amberlyn Reed. Okay,
you're gaslighting. Ain't nobody gaslighting me, baby. We all saw it. Like,
Kahana, please stop acting like a strip mall Karen. Okay, shut up.
Specifically a strip mall. Specifically,
it's me really knowing what that reference is. Like, ooh, that's a parking lot like argument. You know what I mean? Like, really, over a parking space? We're about to get in a full argument over a parking space. Cool. Listen, I get Kahana being sensitive in this moment because she knows she can't act and she knows she's not funny. She's a beautiful girl, but at the same time, you know what the gig is. It was kind of fucked up to throw all of that back on Heidi, like she was in the wrong for playing into you faulting in that moment, trying to make it like we're supposed to be family. Fuck all that. $200,000. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Like, come on now. $200,000 and you gonna get your fit. Okay. Lipstick with the quickness, like a dude,
milk,
because you're not gonna carry me. I'm not gonna carry you to the top 4 with your sensitive ass if you can't handle these kind of moments like that. Because all of a sudden now you can say what you want to say about somebody, but then if they got something to say to you, it's oh no, you wrong. But girl, stop that. Anywho. Heidi is the better Libra than me, and she apologized. And she was like, that's not where I was coming from. Those were not my intentions. In the midst of this apology, as if we were watching a different episode of Looney Tunes and a crossover happened or some sort of nonsense, here come Candace talking about, well, I had a problem too, because apparently, you're going behind my back talking about me and saying that I wanted Jimbo to go home, which, let's be very honest with each other, gentlemen.
We all want Jimbo to go home.
Hello.
She's beating everybody right now.
If we're in this situation, we all want her to go home.
So it's not out of the norm for us to think that that Candy would say some shit like that to a group of people or to one person when it's, well, look at how well she's doing. If she's ever in the bottom, let's get her out. You better talk to Manila Luzon and friend of the show, Naomi motherfucking Smalls, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But also at face value, I think Candy knows that Jimbo judges love both of them, but I think if the judges had to pick,
it's Jimbo down.
It's Jimbo. So she knows that she has to get rid of Jimbo in order to win.
Baby, it's Survivor and it's a unanimous vote for Jimbo.
Not Kahana and Candace definitely.
Can she dance? No, but she these looks, just on the looks alone.
She's funny.
Thank you, Lush Stone Hush. Listen.
That's an actress.
This was a lot of nothing. And, James Mansfield in full Elmer's glue brow, Lala after a moisturized moment here. And it was really when Heidi, and you knew she was telling the truth in this moment because
look at her eyes. Look at her face.
Look, like, that hand says, but you were there, girl. Like
she said, Alexis, you were there. Who, like, because Candy literally called her, well, who else was there to hear? Alexis. And Alexis, with what's left up there, had the nerve to not, y'all saw this shit. Do this. Yes, I did.
The cheek, the nerve, the audacity, the gall, and the gumption.
You physically motioned yes, and then spoke it. And then when Candy said and reiterated, so that's exactly what I said, you all of a sudden flip it. Well, actually, because like literally, like Jimbo's reaction would be the only thing I'd be focused on if I was Alexis, not Candy being mad that you clocked her. I thought that was ridiculous. Like you can't be serious with this one brow on. You let her get you like that? I don't believe that. I thought she wanted to do this for TV. I said this was TV.
But like, okay, so like you can tell from Alexis's face alone that Mama is lying. Like the face shows. Ooh, I'm unsure.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what to say. I'm
But
trying
Julie,
to.
let's go back to the first one so we can make this point. Let's do it since I know your degrees are where they're at. Oh, okay.
Now she
right.
backtracking.
So look at this face compared
That's
to when we
pensive.
get here. All right.
She's pensive. She's trying to figure out how she gonna move.
That's the oh shit.
I was gonna say that's the oh shit.
Now we're explaining this, and our eyes are not focused. Look at where the focus is at. Who you looking at, sister? Ain't nobody that short. Now let's continue on. Now, when all of the reactions happen, we get
Look
to
at Heidi. Heidi's gone.
And Heidi's face is, bitch, you are not to be trusted. You are that girl that I thought you were, and I misplaced it.
She's producing. She just there. She just.
It was the squint for me. I was like, no, she did not just start pretending to be Glenn Close in some movie which we're not going to see because it's going to be on some sort of CBS Plus. Bitch, you have got me fucked up. I thought, wow.
Isn't that a known tick though that people are lying? They squint, but they just do like the different.
It's also the backtracking too. That's definitely like the indication of them being a consistent liar. Mind you, Alexis is also another Libra, so we there is a rumor about us. There you go. Now one Libra over here being like, show your hand or show the depth, whatever. And this one over here, well, I don't know. And that it's all here come a flaky scale. Here come a flaky scale. I don't trust this kind of Libra. I don't. This one could flip on you. I can't do it today. Now it's Jimbo's reaction. I'm looking like Heidi's face didn't change. Not
and that's
once.
how you know she is telling the truth. She's like, y'all, like, hello.
It's Jimbo being what, and then when it flips, it's huh? So now it's not.
Jimbo's face is something in the buttermilk ain't clean about what you just said. And Heidi saying, "Wow, bitch, you let this happen like this."
Wow. This is how you let this conversation happen. This. Okay.
So what made me more mad in this moment? In Candy, no shade to you. I'm talking about this show, right? And this for anybody watching, just real quick, because I know we saying some junk right now, but this is some real shit at the same time. You have been narrating the season, and you took your power in reference to how you can persuade the room. And you started to then take that narrative of Heidi set me up to make me look bad, and she's not a trustworthy person. You played this very well based off of Alexis being a scaredy, dead ass. Because now Heidi looks in your loudness wrong. And sometimes the loud voice in the room takes care of the sheep. Telling you now.
But also, I think she knows that Alexis is afraid of her. Alexis knows if it comes mouth to mouth,
she gonna cuss me out.
She's gonna wear you low. She gonna wear you low.
Alexis does this thing where she tries to play in the middle, and like that's the worst kind of friend you can be. Either love me or hate me. Don't be lukewarm.
Yep.
And so if she goes toe to toe with Candy, she can't play lukewarm. She has to pick a side because that's how Candy fights. And so that's why she did what she did.
The Hell's Kitchen kicked her in the behind when she saw that Inwood Bronx energy coming. Absolutely tried it.
Not Inwood Bronx. Inwood is in Manhattan, friends.
I was like, BX is Bronx. Wait, so okay. Universal Butterfly. Thank you for the super chat. This is TV for me, and I'm entertained, but I'm also thinking about a person who I care about that I know personally, Miss Heidi in Closet. Yeah, I've met some of these other people too, including Candy, everybody else on this show. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if I'm thinking about myself in the workroom right now, if I'm a contestant and this was going down and I was Heidi, fuck what you heard. Yes. Loud bitch. Oh, we would have got up. We would have got up in there. Because you're not going to just say that shit to me and then pull a lie out of another person lying on me and try to play that narrative. Fuck what you heard. Oh, it's over. I'm hearing all of it. All of it's going to be here. Production have to get involved right then and there. Matty, what's going on?
And I feel like I'm the last one to be ready to fight. I would have wanted to fight.
Like, y'all not going to play me.
I hate being misunderstood, and you are not going to lie on me or my name. Especially when I'm right in front of you. I saw this transpire in front of my face, and then asked you person to person about what you saw, and you lied too. Now y'all both got to get hands. Because what?
And then we know Heidi's been going through it, through the competition. And so all of this on top of that now, and it's like,
Nope.
I was just trying to sail at this point, and I can't even get over that. But Jimbo, I have to give you credit because you pulled technically Heidi was looking out for my back. So what was wrong with that? Her saying that to me. I can't look at that as a shady movement. It's if it was going to make sure I didn't go out because of someone who said they had my back saying they wanted to send me home.
But that means you also have two types of fundamentally different players in the game. People who actually want to play against girls who are really, really good. And the girls who are like, just send her home so I can get this $200,000.
Okay. Here's me, Blake. I'm in between the two. I will be that one for a certain amount of time, and then when it gets to the real gutta is no, you have to go, baby. I want the girl who's gonna trip over herself at the finale with me. I'm getting my money. I'm cashing my check.
I just kind of feel like maybe this is just a difference of personality. Like if I was Heidi, like at the point that I knew that I was going home anyway, and that I wasn't doing none of the extracurricular stuff, that gives you bigger justification to throw hands because then you gonna go home anyway.
Who did that? Oh, Megan from Bad Girls Club. Yes, right there.
I'm going home anyway, so let's just make a moment out of this. Let me just go way less.
What was it? It was Rima and what was that? Fallon. Oh, she always looked like she was musty. Anywho, I was so glad. Megan said, "Boom, boom, boom," and we'll forever remember that.
While Megan is sitting there in the chair, like,
okay, got that whole titty out. Just
that's what I'm saying, Quincy. Because at that point, it's like, oh, y'all are playing in my face like that. Okay, well,
my petty ass would have said, "I know production ain't letting me win the season, so let's take this outside." Mind you. Naisha at Roscoe's was like, girl, if you knew I was only going to be there for 2 episodes, just let me know what's up. I could have played the game. We could have made good TV for 2 episodes. I would have.
That's my conclusion. That's my, like, we could talk about that at the end, but that's my conclusion. Like, don't bring me here to waste my time and play in my face. Like, some of those girls waited 7, 8, 9, 10 years to come here for y'all to play in their face for them to go back to the hotel room. Don't play with my money. Don't play with my money. Don't play with my time.
And that's what I said. You wasted my money, baby.
Problem. Now, you know, everyone's favorite uncle decided that can we just burn some sage and get along after just lying?
We got Jill Stein over here rigging the
election.
This
is Jill Zarin for those housewives people from the New York girl. This is Jill Zarin. This is why she's off the show, and Bethany had ran her off, like, because mind you, she turned on her friend. Just like that happened because Bethany was getting all the play and she was jealous. And Jill started making all those rumors about Bethany child, then ended up getting off the show. Don't get me started. She reminds me so much of Jill. I'm like, ooh, you're that fake friend. Not that one. You don't want people to be ahead of you. You got to be in front. I see you, bitch. I mean, you know all about that.
Coney Barrett.
Listen. Jimbo was like, damn, this is a lot to take in. But at the same time, I'd have been like, whoo, this is going to be good TV. Heidi said it's a wrap for her. I can't do this no more. I'm not having a good time. My mental health comes first. This is becoming ugly. And I didn't sign up for this shit. Apparently, Jimbo sent candy after her. That was tea Heidi spill yesterday. Like, I was like, oh, okay. That wasn't initiated. But Lala was already there from the front because, in my opinion, that was the real one. Like, if we're going to do an alliance and I actually have your back kind of tea, like, everybody else was doing something else. So, the congeniality girls. Listen, faces come back. It's very clear that Heidi is not coming back, and Alexis goes into this.
You don't get to have this moment.
You already stole it from Monica. What is up with Alexis stealing moment from people from color? Oh, excuse me. Didn't. Well,
you're talking good.
You're talking good. You cannot participate in my demise and then tell me that you love me and then have this kind of reaction. Like you can't have both. So like either you wanted to be my friend and we were going to have a real conversation about something that transpired that you witnessed, or you're going to stay in your bitch assness, your punk energy, and then you're going to play that game. Like you can't. It's not both. You cannot have your cake and eat it too.
Like Monica literally is having a full, very personal conversation that production cut out about why she was very sad to go home. And you were sitting there crying about getting praised and critiqued. Heidi exits the competition after you lied. You lied because someone made you feel some kind of way. And you go into this.
A girl who could have had the opportunity to win. She could have won the competition.
Yes, because it's episode 5 and she hadn't had to win, Mama was placing high.
She just needed to hit her little stride and go.
And that was going to be that. Just get over the little emotions real quick and all this. No, she just needed you to confirm one moment, and that could have changed the entire history of how this whole thing went down. And someone would have had to be accountable. Can you imagine?
But that's okay. Producer hat. That's the storyline. The storyline is you, Alexis, standing in your power and your truth and illuminating some bullshit that's happening. That makes you a hero, and that ensures that you get to the end. Because that puts you in opposition to somebody like, come on, girl, think.
Like real talk. No one was thinking here in this moment. They just thought drama. I was like, no, honey, this could have really you could have actually called someone to the floor, and then both you, Candy, would have actually listen. I did say that this could have been a whole nother conversation, and Jimbo would have had to realize that while you're doing so well, you are in a competition, and we're not just going to hold your hand to the finale. You better win, bitch. That would have been some TV.
So, Alexis, now you don't win. You don't win regardless. You gave that up in this moment right here. You sold whatever pathway that you had to win it.
Bye, girl.
I couldn't believe it. I could. Oh.
So mad. Like, oh my God. Like, the audacity.
I was Jessica Wilde's face.
Bitch,
I think she was being serious when she started that whole bit. I thought she was just gonna have like a regular conversation. She started to cry. I'm like, what's happening?
Cry? We saw a well with no water. Okay, a dry lake.
One of the New York cry, inner cry. The inner cry.
Jessica's face is.
It was an inner cry.
It did, Blake. Like
that face was like, bitch, how could you let that happen?
Because Jessica probably know that Alexa saw what she saw. Like, come on. Like,
probably was, and that's when Heidi in the chat the other day said more people in that room heard what had happened, and it was. I said, see, I said, see, this is that kind of stuff, when no one says anything because they don't want to be. I don't want to get into it, but it's like, girl, like participate. This is a class project. You're on a show. Call it to the floor. Shame the devil. Hide the spots.
She got called to the carpet and ran. Like,
is this Drag Race jump the shark moment?
Maybe
we'll have to see how.
We got to see how everything like falls, but potentially.
So let's have a conversation about this. Michelle looks lovely. Ross is about to solve crime with, a pride flag Scooby-Doo episode. I don't know is what's going on here. I'd want to focus on RuPaul because the other two are just normal. No shade.
That suit is not pressed at all.
The one that Bowen has? It's wrinkly in the knees, it's wrinkly in the chest.
All in the knees.
It just doesn't quite fit perfectly.
It's a little loose.
Maybe RuPaul knows how to take a photo of it.
Bitch.
She'd be ready to put on her sweatpants and flip flops, baby. So she'd be like, "Let's boom,
immediately,
boom."
Immediately.
I just cannot. I
feel like sitting in the beat is probably like this is fine, but give me out this outfit. She looks good.
It's a top. This is the top.
It's right.
This is a good look.
They long too.
It's right.
It's been a while. This is great.
It's so right. Like, okay. And I love a gam. We love a gam. Let's talk about the reveal yourself runway. First up is Jessica Wilde, paying homage to season 2's Cock-a-doodle-doo.
I want to know how many times we're going to remix this runway. Because we had the same concept done a few times.
First and third, I was good with. Second one could burn, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind the second one because I knew where she was going with it. So I was like, okay. I mean, it's not like a perfect egg shape, which would have been better, but it's fine.
I like the wig.
It's safe.
Yeah.
Next up is Kahana Montrese.
Her complete showing is getting a little one note. I was like, she finna come out showing a little TNA, and then she came out showing some TNA. Like,
I am bored. I am
jazzed
bored.
that up.
She looks amazing, but
She's gorgeous.
She does.
She looked amazing. This is like the same thing for episode 1. Like
right here, Jason. I like Jason's response. A beautiful chop.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's like it's beautiful, but no.
A beautiful chop. All right.
Because this is also the same kind of color story as well, too, with these looks. I think she looks amazing, but the revealing yourself in Tiana Taylor bit, I didn't, look at the face.
Going from one bikini to a slightly slimmer bikini.
And then being naked. And it was like, okay, that's the reveal. Got it. But,
It's also kind of insulting to the judges that you think that's okay enough at this point in the game.
Can you imagine RuPaul being like, wow, so you just removed items of clothing and became naked?
But she's beautiful.
Beautiful. She's gorgeous, though. But work Tiana Taylor. James Mansfield is next. Over 700 of you here. Hit that like button. Thanks for being here. Continue to watch. $signs next to everyone's names. Mine is down below. What do we think of Jim Henson's The Mansfield?
I thought it was fun.
I thought she could have left it here.
Really?
Maybe here. At some point, I was like,
it should have stopped at that last one.
Is where we have the issue.
It's giving, uncircumcised like penis moment in the middle. It just a little scrotum sackish, and it was like, oh, okay, And I know she lost the weight. Congratulations, but right here we could have.
Perfect.
I would have stopped right there.
You'd have been fine. I appreciate you throwing things around and making us, looking like you're possibly going to go through a drive-through and order everything plain, but pop off. I like James a lot, but I was thinking something else was going to happen. I don't know. Candy Muse. I like this first one. I was like, oh, it's a different silhouette. I love this already. And then it was like
I'm spinning and I'm spinning and I'm spinning.
And I was like, stop, return. Because, oh no.
Return to sender.
I hate this. The first one was great.
I agree.
Oh no. Now, the third one.
Return to sender.
That one I also do.
Like.
What even does this have to do with the first two?
Like I just kept.
Look at the breastplate.
It's not even contoured. Like if you're like you don't wear titties, fine. At least contour titty. Sugar cane contour.
The face is done though, but the outfits just don't be
The wig is actually really cute too. I normally don't like that color, but I'm like, okay, this kind of works.
The face is it.
The little random paillettes on the like me right there. It's like, hey. The pump is great.
She was great.
She was great.
She's got legs for heels now. Like Candy's got to get set of yams.
Okay.
This ain't it.
Okay, I know you've been getting all up in my feet. Here you go. All right, sorry, I had to pull my Muchon up. All right, let's keep on rolling here. He just kept crawling under my feet, and I'm like, I'm not gonna roll over you. Lala Ree. So for me, I wasn't mad at this outfit, but my issue is when she was taking it off, I thought that fabric was still going to be attached to the bow. That didn't happen. And I was like, oh.
It is okay.
It's okay.
I would want this outfit. I see Pisa performing in this look. I'd pay for this in a different color for sure. I just wanted that bow to have the long ass train, and I was expecting when she pulled it off, it was gonna be like the Sailor Moon long bow moment. But
it just doesn't tell a story about anything. It's like Woo, things come off.
Genius.
Okay, before they zoom in, don't they kind of look like Crystal Method?
It does.
I thought it would be like a body double of Ben Stiller in Tropic Thunder.
It also looks like Ben Stiller. I see that.
So I didn't know they were walking backwards at first, and I was kind of like thrown off, like what the fuck was happening. And then when I realized that the feet were planted on the back of the heel to then give that moment, it also reminded me of that movie The Arrival that came out like in the 90s where the aliens had their legs bent backwards and shit or whatever. I was like, what the fuck? But then the turnaround to Eve, like, come on, it was just brilliant. Like, reveal yourself and then flip. Like, oh, it was perfect.
It was amazing.
Doing a great job.
Then had to do some Jimbo shit and have a snake pop out the apple, like very, oh, pervert. Like, yes, that's the gym.
So
Alexis Michelle.
Alexis did this look for So You Think You Can Drag from I think 2014. So when I saw the fabric, I immediately knew what it was because I was at that show. I mean, if you have the look, I guess you can bring it back out in 10 years. But like for those of us that actually watch drag outside of TV, I was like, we knew what was coming, and so.
Mm-hmm. I also think it was okay then, and it's okay now. Like her inspiration of Into the Woods, I was like, I get that, but I've never seen a show where it's been this muted from color to like from outfit to outfit. And so
my only real issue with this is the placement of her lashes. That's way too low. That's what was bothering me. Was the placement of her lashes.
I thought she was doing Phantom of the Opera from Into the Woods, to be honest with you. She has a mask on and she, burned in the fire or something.
Like I'm gonna give her 10. Like when this originally like debuted like at that show in that particular context, like 10 years ago, like this was hot fire. Like she did that. Like it was a great performance. The crescendo, and that's the other thing. Like there's music and she's acting, and there's a crescendo which leads to the reveal. And like you don't have that here, so it's not a one-to-one translation, and so it falls kind of flat because you don't have those other elements.
So it's a chop. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, Mama Chan, you can get down now because now you're doing the dad feed me bit. Okay. Listen. Jimbo won this episode. They got dressed to lose another lip sync. Shout out to Jasmine Kennedy, or I like to say Kennedy. One of the nicest people we've ever met on Dragon. I saw
also
her
the last one. The fact that Jimbo has this many fabulous garments in there, like, just I'm ready to lip sync in. What?
I was like, well, damn. Quincy King, I kind of want Rue to also say if Heidi wasn't the worst in the challenge, there would still be an elimination. Like, just because the girl quit don't mean you didn't bomb the challenge, then the girl's home. Yeah, just to make that, let the girls know, by the way, she was safe if she was still here, because when what they carried in the Untucked, I couldn't consume. I couldn't consume it. It was going to be me and her. It was going to be...
Baby, no, it was not.
Jessica was pretty bad, and her runway was okay. They were already in mind to do that storyline of you two both having one win and you both being in the bottom. Do you see how I just made? Come on now, someone with 3 wins won, and the ones with 1 win are in the 5. Come on, like I'm in the room with y'all. Hello. So anywho, Jasmine comes out looking gorgeous, feeling herself, and they do Hallucinate by Dua Lipa. I know Jimbo was hallucinating because they were doing things over here.
She was trying her best.
She won with the Dua Lipa dance right here. I was like, oh, Jasmine won.
I was like, yes, for the reference. Yes.
I would like for Drag Race to retire Dula Peep They didn't play her entire album. So
the new one's coming out soon, Dooley. So get ready. I mean, that new Dooley is coming out. Now, Kylie Minogue's album's coming out soon, so we'd like a lot of more of that, if you will. Doesn't have to be just Down Under. Just saying.
Can we get a Kylie Minogue lip sync that is actually worth something?
No, we can't.
I want the no shade to Kennedy and Jasmine, but I want another I Was Gonna Cancel with not people in beards and gowns.
I agree.
Ooh, that one deserved like a cat suit or a bodysuit. I was gonna cancel. Boom, boom.
There's so many high tier Kylie Minogue songs that just have gone to pasture. Like, can I get Sexercise? Can I get Fever? Can I get like True Blue? Like,
I want Get Out of My Way again.
Get Out of My Way is another one. Like,
there's a couple that need redos. Yeah, like there's many from the Aphrodite album for sure. Like, please, I like to see.
Can I get Spinning Around? Like, there are so many.
Anywho's, Supernova was fun. Yeah, Supernova was good with Monet and Shay. Shining like it was better than the one where we saw someone get robbed.
Oh,
she has Leo, Sun, and Rising, Pisces, Neptune. I can't see what the other one is.
Dooley about to summon a spirit over here, y'all. You better stop with the spellcasting. Bitch.
I'll be reading glyphs.
Listen, it's easy to see on this body. Listen, we gotta move out the way. Oh, I can't. So listen, Kahana and Jessica Wilde were in the bottom two, and RuPaul made a joke about being blonde, but we kind of knew where this was going. As RuPaul said, no one goes home. So Kahana, you have Heidi to thank for you still being in the competition.
Right.
I still feel like they're going to pull some stunt and we're going to get someone coming back eventually. And maybe because this happened, just because they had ideas for episodes. I don't know. I kind of want them to do something else besides let's see these people at the end of Untucked walk the runway just a little bit to shake some shit up because of how things just played just a moment ago. Like, with the whole, oh, you said this is how I felt. Blah, 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 blah. Bring someone back in that had that same bullshit. Bring them back in, shake this table up a little bit more, do what you got to do. But I got to say, I'm not happy how Heidi went home. I understand why she went home. I don't like how that played out, though. I thought that was some nonsense. And I think the real villain, I know people like Candy can't know, this Alexis.
I also think that, and this is meta, but I also think that the way that we as people that would be on reality TV, the way that we operate and think about doing it is changed a lot. Mm-hmm. And you can't just be doing anything that you want and saying anything. Back in the day, the recording a reality TV show was really nasty. And they used to lie and do all kind of stuff to elicit a response. And people that go on these shows, you're not having that no more. I'm going home. And so
mm-hmm.
Also you should take care of your cast, because if you take care of them, they'll take care of you.
I think the fan voting is stupid. I said it.
I don't think anybody's really playing this fan game in the way that it was explained.
Intended.
Well, I mean, those were the outfits that they brought with them to just show on the show. So whether they were playing the game or not, we were going to have to see that in real time. And no shade to them, but there are a couple where I go, that's why I'm not showing them today, girl. I was about to get the pictures. It's like, no. No.
Damn. I don't even remember.
Darian was fine. Darian was the best out of all of them, no shade. And I love Naisha. I think she's beautiful, but some of her stuff is kind of boring. But
everything she's worn has been boring. It's all been black and white. And if that was going to be the narrative that you were going to carry throughout the season, we needed to see that. But it's boring, girl.
It's just a little daytime for me, and so
it is daytime. It is.
It's 5 to 9.
It's Don't Clock Me. I'm gonna play Jessica.
It's the dinner show. It's the dinner show.
It's 5 to 9. We'll let the other girls do their thing, and then I'll come back and get the after show.
It's not highlight, but it's low, midlife into Yeah.
Say hi, Mamu-chan.
Yes, Guagua. Hey, girl.
Yeah, I hate Dooley for doing that. But
I'm sorry.
We got our new little charm here with his name on it, and my phone number is your loss. It just says Mamu-chan and has the moon, and Yeah, it's like a little moon symbol with his name on it and
Do
everything.
you have him chipped?
Yes, he is chipped. And we have our first vet appointment tomorrow. Because someone's been sneezing. You've been sneezing. Sneezing. Yes, but love him, but oh my God. At once 10 p.m. comes around, it's don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. Oh my God, stop that. Oh my goodness, what are you doing? Jumped off the window, like literally sprinted from here and bounced off the window, ran up his cat tree, jumped on my couch, y'all, and then hit the back of this monitor. I had to put everything away. I was like,
Baby,
you will not.
The catnip be nipping.
And that was my fault because I put some around and I feel like he's finding it in certain places and I hear him start to sneeze. I'm like, uh-oh, he found it. And then after that, he goes a little crazy. And I'm like, okay, well, have fun. And then when I play with him, it's another story, but yes.
Cats, they get a little bit of Christina Aguilera. They zoomies. They get the zoomies.
Well, no, he sounds better.
Oh, girl, here we go again.
A little white girl, a little Christina Aguilera.
My cat has learned its homophones, bitch.
Come on, homophone.
Yeah, that's another thing. Listen, we already knew that The Little Mermaid was going to make all that money. So shout out to all of us that went out to go see it and support the film, especially after all of the wacky shit that happened online. There's still people saying that that's not my Ariel. I hope you find a way on a spaceship and go somewhere close to the sun to warm up. So listen,
take Ryan with you because he's been acting up this week too.
I only can assume Nick Cannon's about to have another baby, so I would just include that in our hot topics. That might be just something weekly I just say because at this week. Oh, Queen of the Universe. Okay, so I know I said I was going to cover the show, but I'm taking a little second to pull edited videos that I'm trying to do before I get to that. I have seen the clip of Mel B talking to Giselle Royale Barbie and the whole you can't do Adele. I'm like, you can barely sing your damn self talking about anybody if you're not going to do Adele, if you can't sing like Adele, then don't do Adele. I found that really funny to hear another black woman telling another black person like what they can't sing from a white woman's song. I thought that was kind of crazy to me. But Blake, you saw it.
I was like, her critiques specifically to Giselle seemed ridiculous in comparison to her praise for some of the other girls. And I was like, everybody else on this panel was like, this was just okay. And you're like, oh my God. Cool. No.
Is she the Paula?
Listen, I might want Leona Lewis back. No shade. Just from the little stuff I saw. I was like, I'd rather have the, a seismic toss than a Draco meteor bitch any day. Okay.
And then what they have them do at the end of the show to me, when that one girl was like, I'm about to embarrass myself, I was like, you are. And
wait, did they change it up? Did they do something different versus now that we've done singing, let me tell you who's going home and why? Because it's kind of like,
oh, so you didn't see the second episode?
I haven't seen it yet.
Mm-mm.
Oh, bitch, it's not nice.
Uh-oh.
It's not nice if that's not what you expected.
Okay.
Girl, I already feel like Love My Sissy's about to get trashed on. So I'm like, listen, I'll get there. I'll get there soon. I just don't like singing competitions. So Queen of the Universe 1 was hard to get through. It really was. But I enjoyed it for what it was worth because there were people who I liked on the show. And I'm going to watch this too. Drag Me to Dinner. I saw pieces of it. I'm about to watch that as well. There's one episode I have to avoid for my own sake and personal health.
I think they last.
I don't know. So, is that really? Oh, I hope not. Because then
Well, you saw what I put in the group chat, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then they don't. Okay, great. No.
It's such a bad episode too. Oh my God.
I mean, anything associated with that sleeping bag would be considered,
so terrible.
Shout out to Sigourney Beaver. She was so sweet when I met her at Drag Con. I met her actually out shopping for drag and stuff.
Matt texted me, bitch, guess who I just ran into? I was like, whoa.
Oh my God. And it was so random. I scared the shit out of her because it was we were in a store that was one of those kind of stores and we were just looking for drag. Honey Davenport was with me and she was getting shoes for her drag show. And I had just got my clothes and I'm looking at Sigourney literally with the mullet. And I'm like, Sigourney. She's like, I said, okay, wait, I'm sorry, hold up. Let's try this again. I'm Matty Rants. We talked about this show. She's like, oh, it's so weird to see you outside of the computer screen. I said, exactly. It happened. So we chopped it up and she was great and all that kind of shit. Good stuff. Good stuff. I miss Dolly though. Sorry, Dolly, but they saw clips of my performance.
The Dracula girls shout us out all the time, man. They actually be watching us. Like,
I know. Like I got so much love from when I did because you know most of them were there for the Pisa performance. So like they were like, "Oh, bitch, we watch." I was like, "Wow."
And Bitch Pudding's episode was actually really good though.
You said what?
Bitch Pudding's episode is good.
Of course it is. It's
bitch is funny. It's funny.
And she's with what, Meatball?
Meatball is in that episode. I don't think she's on the same team as Meatball.
I forget who bitch is with. I wish. Why can't I remember?
I can't remember either.
I can't remember.
I'll have to watch it. Dragula girls love the panel and Matt. Yeah, I mean, no, that's fam. So do a lot of the girls from RuPaul's Drag Race. To be honest with you, I mean, if you really want to go there, but don't let the other people find out because they won't handle it. It's okay. It's bitch Pudding in Meatball. Okay.
So they are
okay. Listen, I saw the Boogeyman this weekend, so you don't have to.
Was it scary?
No.
Okay,
there were 3 scenes that spooked me a bit, and then when you get like a real good close look at it, holy shit. But other than that, it was a dumb movie for me, and I was really upset by the end of it. But I had a good time with Baked by Bunny. Shout out to Baked by Bunny. We went and saw it together, and we were black people in a movie theater. We talked.
There's so many movies. Like I've just been busy. I haven't been in my movie bag. I need to go see Ariel. I need to go see Spider-Man.
So I got to see The Little Mermaid. I got to see Spider-Man. The Blackening is coming out. I have an
I'm excited for that
membership. I should be going to movies all the time, but this cat, I feel so guilty sometimes walking out the door. I'd be like, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I saw what happened with Chica on Twitter.
Who is that, and why was the girl's drag?
She was an up and coming rap artist, and she was from Alabama. She honestly makes really good music, and she's great, like with the pen. You know what I'm saying? But she's been going through some mental health stuff recently, and unfortunately, Twitter has become an outlet for them. And so they were talking about a flight that was a red eye. Mind you, I just took one. I know all about it. Where some kids were in the I guess first class, and they were not quiet the entire red eye. So she was tweeting about them, calling them little bastards and this, that, and the other. And, you know, like, oh, this is why this and that should happen. Da, 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 da. Like, and it's T.I.'s grandchildren. And she didn't know, right? So it's all connected. And so Chica, people were mad at her because they're like, those are children. Da, da, da. And it's like,
who doesn't get on a flight though and think those things? Like, she
just tweeted them, and people were saying like, you should have like honestly put that in a journal if that was the case, because we all feel that kind of way. But you getting on the internet and then just going in,
you probably should.
I agree, but also like as an adult that takes flights, like it is there's something about just when you fly. Like I just want to get on the plane. I want to mind my business, and I want to.
These are on. These are
always on, but like. There's a certain couple of demographics that don't pacify their kids on planes, and like I don't want to hear your kids screaming for 3 hours.
I want to hear your kids scream for 30 minutes.
To be honest, but like you know,
I already had a French vanilla iced coffee this morning. Thank you, Toby. I already had a French vanilla iced coffee this morning. Okay, okay. I think the Nicki fans might like me this week, but it's gonna be a lot of the same, I'm sure. Krishan Rock went to Glorilla's concert pregnant and was shaking her ass on stage, and people were upset. And I was like, so you didn't see Black is King? I was like, pregnant women can dance. They're like, it's a shame that she was twerking though, and she's pregnant. I'm sure you've done worse things while you're pregnant. And that baby's head getting tickled by some penis. Don't do that. But I'm not judging your house, so that's why I thought that was ridiculous. I'm like, girl, y'all talking about what? That's not how that goes. Man,
I thought that was a setup for a different kind of joke, but apparently I'm just a bad person. So
that's why the children have them soft skulls, bitch. No,
that's where I thought you were going.
I mean,
That's where I thought you were going.
I mean, that was me touching that top
I
of the
was
head.
like, ooh.
That would explain Alexis Michelle's top, but
Okay, well, on that note, it has been group now.
You know it was circumcised. All right, so listen.
Shabbat shalom.
I just watched that Seinfeld episode too. Like, I can't even talk about you supposed to hold still for the brisk, but he started bleeding. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, I have to remind myself that Kramer is a racist. But let's see. Yeah, Alicia Keys fell off a piano bench pregnant, probably from her singing off key.
She still owe Michonne the apology.
She does.
She owes an apology.
Michonne.
Wrote one of her best songs with that woman right in the picture. Right in the rear view.
I kind of missed 2002 when we thought Alicia Keys was a lesbian. I missed that.
I still think that.
Okay,
You know what? I agree with Blake with Swiss Beats. Yeah.
Well,
listen, Jamar's hair looks so damn good. Loving it. Hey, at this point in time, with 19 minutes left, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all in the comment section ask us something crazy, stupid, or something that you think would be funny for us to answer. I don't care. Yeah. Listen, we are. No, we're not. Shut up.
At this point, I done gave up. Whenever it happened, y'all.
I would just wait
She told y'all. She said, "I will give you the visuals when I want to."
At this point, it's gonna be like the "Say It in a Love Song" video, bitch. At this point.
So today is my 1-year anniversary of moving back. I was sitting on this couch a year ago listening to the album to help like christen the space. Like, it's been a year.
Wow.
And guess what?
A year?
What, Blake?
She doesn't care.
She don't. But you know who cares? I do. Me.
You want some fish? You can.
Well, it's Street Fighter 6.
Not Street Fighter 8.
We haven't got to 8 yet. Tekken, on the other hand, that may be a little closer in range. I would recommend it. There is a different button setup for those who are rookies in case you don't want to do classic mode where it's easier to fight. It's modern mode, and there's even one that's like very like press one button and combo will come out mode. So yeah, you'll be fine. I mean, if you played online for ranked, you get your ass beat, but there's many ways to enjoy the game. There's story modes too. I'm actually going to get back to that in Diablo 4 after this. Who's someone not on RPDR or Dragula y'all want to see? Chevelle Brooks for me for our drag race, just for legendary purposes. If Sasha can go, Chevelle can go. Or legend. I want older queens too, like in general. But yeah, go ahead.
There's actually 2 DC girls who I think would have a fun time on Dragula. Tabitha Christie and Desiree Dick, I think, would get on the show, and it would be chaotic and fun, like in a fun way. That would be fun. You thought I was gonna say Sasha?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The one I want to see is rumored for next season. So
okay.
That prayers have already been answered. So
we've been talking about that too.
Okay.
Like, when are they? I was like, oh, there you go.
There's about 97 New York girls missing from their game. Like, you can't take that many girls from one place and like have it be discreet. There's hella girls missing.
I want to see Rihanna.
I am no way. I am watching that drama unfold. It's quite hilarious watching these people lie about each other. It's so funny. Kim Cattrall for Sex and the City. Apparently, like, they filmed that and didn't even directly speak to each other. So.
Mm-hmm. You can from the stills that they show, you can tell they're not in the same room.
Okay.
I really like her.
Oh, let's see here. Who do y'all think should win this All-Stars if production don't fix it? Like, in our opinions, just from watching, I need the majority of the episodes before I can make that decision because it's only 5 and I need to see what the challenges were. Like, let's say we get to prior to the finale, ask that again. Then I can be like, let's go through the history of who we should believe should be here if A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Because right now I can't make those decisions based off of like, well, if Darian stayed, maybe, or if Kasha stayed, this, and I can't do that. Drag Race France, legendary queen on there. Revlon.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll be watching and rooting for her. Hopefully we won't.
She does a decent Beyonce. I must say. I was like, okay, bitch, I see you, Kiana.
Okay. Let's see here. Everybody's talking about Kiana. We love it. Janelle saw the USA going to shit and said, "Get these titties." I'm happy she's living her full lesbian or bi lesbian era. I don't know what she subscribes to fully just yet. I think she's bi or lesbian. I want to know what Blake's zodiac sign is. We always talk about it.
Leo.
Can't you tell?
I don't know what that means, but
you heard me. You heard me.
I don't know how Blake is equally bougie and ghetto. The bougiest and ghetto person.
Have any of y'all watched Selling Sunset and how Chriselle said that lady was cracked out? LMAO. I don't watch shows that I can't relate to sometimes, and that's one of the ones I can't relate to. It's not.
I love the intro though. The little montage.
Would y'all ever do a gay housewife show? If I was paid enough. And I'd have to be on the Teresa level of I can get away with what I want.
I don't know if I would. Maybe.
They would cast us together.
I feel like that would be chaotic.
Y'all would get a TV version of me. You wouldn't be a real version. It would be a TV version.
It would be so fun.
Because I'll be myself.
They could cast all of us, and it would be fun. Like,
I mean, literally, Blake would never be at any events that we would do because he's always out somewhere. So
I always make appearances.
You'd have to plan the trip. So that would be the big thing. You'd have to plan the trips. You know, Jamar would never show up.
No, that would be either CD or Blake.
I would be complaining about it in the confessionals. I'd have
it would be Chris.
I'd a lot. Why did you say that? Well, you weren't there. You weren't. It's my opinion. No,
I was getting dressed. I was getting ready.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, Kelly. Bethany. I'm not watching Atlanta Housewives. In case y'all are wondering, I am not interested in the series anymore. They need a new cast quickly. I don't care for Drew. Sheree is old. I miss Lanathia's big old pickle nose having self. I used to love watching her on TV, but like, I don't know. I just Kenya's cool, but I need her to have more challenges on the show. Marlo is
trash.
A villain. I'm sorry, a felon. Like, you know, I'm just, I don't care. And then the new people, Candy, I'm like, you too big for this now at this point. You've been on too many other shows. You've done too many other things. We already know your story. No shade. I love Candace. Like, I'm here for it. Not Candy, not Candace. But yeah, I can't get into it. I just can't. And then with New Jersey, I just don't want to watch a whole bunch of people with, you know, fucked up tans and fucked up hairlines getting arguments about things that are really, really really silly. We haven't watched this last episode. It just came out like 2 hours prior to this episode. I probably won't watch it until Tuesday. I heard it was nonsense again because the season of Hispania has not been doing what it needs to do, even though they have a great cast. So I'm tired. Ferrator, Katana, and Sub-Zero are my 3.
Sub-Zero, Cyrax, and Jax.
Ooh, Cyrax is a good one too. Ooh, Cabal. Actually, swap Ferrator for Cabal for me. Yeah, I love the speed.
Baraka. I was about to say, who was the guy that used to do this?
I hated that so much.
Catch you midair. I call that big. Because I love the mechanic. I used to beat everybody. What was that Mortal Kombat? Was that 10 when they were in there? I used to wear girls out with Ferritor. I'd throw the little monster kid, whatever, and it'd come up with a slam, bounce him up. I used to combo the fuck out of
I'm gonna pick Deadly Alliance, Reptile. I would go Ultimate MK3 Melina, and then I would go MK9 Sindel.
Okay.
That's an interesting way to break it down.
Because they be trying, Ed Boon get in there and be like,
I mean, I guess I'll go Revenant Liu Kang.
Like, so since we're doing like these specific titles for characters, like
a girl will do one thing in this game and I'll do another thing in the other game, and I'd be like, baby, hold on.
Oh my God.
Y'all the script. Just because, hold on.
Girl, side out.
I love how y'all have influenced my decision.
Why you
to go
mad?
get some fried chicken. I really want to get some fried chicken after this.
That sounds delicious.
If I never had another fry thing for the rest of this month, I'd be okay.
You were in New Orleans, so yeah,
baby. I had to ask for green things on my plate.
They don't. It's not healthy eating out there, honey. It is not, but it's good. It's good. It's gonna put some meat on your bones.
Though I'm eating light this week, I can't.
Julie said it's a salad.
It is. I had sushi for lunch. Like I just.
Let's see here. There was a question about Pit Stop and if we saw the Reddit comments. I don't go on Reddit. I'm talked about on Reddit.
I do go on Reddit, but I have not seen either.
Yeah, I'm a subject on there. I am not a participator.
I don't go to Reddit.
I don't either.
I'm too busy for that. Too much going on. Make that thread. Someone will just send me. I have to hear about things in passing. Like, anywho, I don't know the release date for the new Tekken, but I will be excited to get it. But currently, Street Fighter 6 is holding it down. I would encourage all of them to buy it. So good. But I also encourage Diablo 4 as well, because that has been just fabulous. Like, I've had a good time playing that.
I pre-ordered it, and I just got to a place now where I can like play it because I was in New York last night. So it's on my list for right now.
So I'm a sorceress at this current moment. I do want to go and make a druid character because like I saw some shit online. I was like, holy crap. Didn't realize it. But yeah, it's just I'm very impressed with what Blizzard did with this game. I don't like the new nerfs they just did, but yes, I'm like, okay, y'all made this so much better looking and way interesting and all of that jazz. And Lilith is the villain.
Yes.
I wish Blizzard would take some time to fix Overwatch. How about that?
They're overwatching it.
How about y'all spend some time on that? How about y'all give me what I paid for a year ago? How about that?
Ooh.
You seem very pressed right now.
Bobby Kotick can.
That's right. Everyone, the regular game comes out tomorrow or the 6th of June for the Diablo folks. Yeah, I had to buy Ultimate because I know I'm going to spend the money on all that extra shit, and I
maybe download it to queue right now.
Listen, after we're done, I'm going to go either to Popeyes or the one churches I know that season their chicken.
One churches.
It's right down the street, and everybody who work in there, I just want to give you some love, baby, because that chicken I had the last couple of days ago, oh my God, and I was like, I didn't even get spicy, and it was just. It did me right. And I said, okay, I know to trust y'all with my food. So
tonight is Keisha Carr's 10-year anniversary of her show. It's going to be a huge thing. If y'all are in New York City and y'all are looking for something to do, I will be there. The show starts promptly at 11 o'clock. You might want to get there at 10:15 if you want to see.
Congratulations to Keisha Carr. I need to get Keisha back up here, honestly. One of these days, one of these good old days. But the queens are booked and busy. Remember, and reminders to tip the dolls when you are out at the bar. If you don't have money to do that, please engage positively in the show. It matters and it means a lot. Speaking from experience. Okay? I didn't have not one sour mug in that crowd though, because I was eating it up. But at the same time, I can only imagine if that was my key. Like, oh my God, someone was mad just me mugging me. Telling you. So make sure you do that, because while we talk about drag, we also support it as well. And you can support these gentlemen too for being funny today and saying something that may have lifted your breast or possibly parted or creased your hair, whatever you want to apply that to. Yeah, drop a little something under the jar, this jar, okay? And we appreciate you for being here. So we're going to wrap this up today because Mamu-chan has started pawing at my toes and I can feel that nail in my toe. Jamar, please stop. Hit the, sorry, I was about to say hit the like button. Social media, please. Oh, that hurt. Come on, baby. Stop. Let me go. Okay, go ahead, Jamar. What's your socials?
Yeah, you can find me on social media.
Yeah.
At Jamar.
See, that Atlanta's starting to hit in him, honey. It's really getting old.
Listen, I don't know where it came from, but it just felt
like
we'll have to watch Chasing Atlanta, and we'll see.
Coming this fall.
Are we going to see you running in the video again, friend in the trailer, trying not to get maced by somebody who, you know?
Maybe not running, but something else.
Jamar gonna be in the scene, friend of the show. Jamar gonna be a friend of the show. Yes, Don Juan. Come on, Jamar. We're gonna find out Jamar's straight, y'all. It's gonna be funny. Okay, no, I'm
right. Plot twist.
They say Don Juan is straight.
Jamar like getting that beer wet. What?
Oh!
All right. You better, sis. Come on.
Oh my word.
Yes.
Oh, listen, you said that beard with the laser hair.
Call him Capri Sun. Come on, baby. I know that's right. You better.
Not the strawberry kiwi jammers, bitch.
Baby, Pacific Cooler.
The fruit parcel was my shit.
Oh, the cherry was the one. I used to love Capri Suns, but what a tease. What a tease of a drink. Like, okay, sorry. This is a part of the conversation. We should be talking about Kool-Aid, but we'll get to Blake in a second. Dooley, social medias, please.
You can find me on Twitter at _DooleyNoted_. That's literally _DOOLEY NOTED _. And then on that's funny. And then on Instagram, it's Dooley Noted with 2 underscores in the middle.
I would leave that party.
Oh man, oh Lord. See, y'all know Jamar from this, but knowing him in person and hearing that has really tickled my spirit, girl. Because that, when I tell you, my friend would not be participating in none of it, but that face would be cracked every time.
Oh, I would have the best green screen.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, Blake, do you want people to find you?
At BARPH what is
BARPH_1.
Here you go, baby.
Ooh, he's been around the world but lost a few letters. Okay, listen. It's fine.
I think it's funny how Blake is never in New York City. When I'm in New York City, I find that highly suspicious.
I
think it's perfect timing.
I think it's highly suspicious.
But you know what? I'm letting you know now. I'll be in New York City next weekend for Movie Fest. How about that?
Oh, look at that. An advance invitation. I love it.
I will see y'all tomorrow for some Diablo 4 play. I will see y'all tomorrow for some Diablo 4 and Street Fighter 6. I'll be going live probably twice, and it'll be towards the evening. I've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, both for myself and for this cat. Yes, like I literally got to go to that part. And so we got one appointment in the morning and one in the afternoon with this kitty. First doctor visit. Please don't be a jerk, because you're going to catch a whole lot of pop today. Or tomorrow, I should say. But no, support these gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. Please, y'all have a wonderful day. Don't send hate to anybody that we talked about today or to the shows that we discussed. This is all for entertainment and just for fun. So we'll see you for the next one. And yeah, until then, take care. Bye. Listen.